TGR Transition Roadmap. A key component of the Great Return philosophy is the need to adopt a strategic approach when it comes to the process of transitioning. We believe that individuals who want to join a Great Return must adopt what we like to refer as a TGR Transition Roadmap. A transition roadmap is needed to ensure that we in the diaspora are taking the necessary effective steps to manage our transition in a way that aligns with our desires to achieve success in Africa. It provides a framework for us in the diaspora to assess what stage we are in the process, what steps we need to take, and how far or close we are to actually transitioning to life on the continent. The TGR Transition Roadmap is what those of us who have been successfully transitioning have followed, and it's the recommended pathway based on the trial and error and lessons learned by those of us who have already made the transition. Once again, when it comes to success in a Great Return, a major component will boil down to the effectiveness of our preparation. The TGR Transition Roadmap focuses on the pre-transition preparation that we in the diaspora need to have accomplished before we begin the actual process of transitioning in Africa. If we understand that there are pre-transition preparatory steps, then we can join the Great Return movement in a much better position to effectively transition. As part of the TGR Transition Roadmap, we believe there are 5 stages that must be followed in chronological order. Only once these stages have been completed should an individual begin the process of joining the Great Return movement. We first must travel to Africa and experience the riches and beauty of the motherland and see whether we fall in love with Africa. We should then seriously evaluate our skill sets, knowledge and expertise and begin the process of seeing what potential businesses we can start in Africa. This will also require us finding ways to learn about the countries of Africa. Understanding some of the economic opportunities available to us and trying to educate ourselves about the various sectors and industries would put us in a position of being able to start generating potential business ideas. Once we narrow down on the kind of business idea and business opportunities we feel passionate about starting, we must then take another extended trip to Africa with the express purposes of familiarizing ourselves with how living in Africa would be like. The goal is to experience Africa from the perspective of a local, not as a tourist, so that we're better equipped to deal with some of the daily pressures and challenges that comes from living in a developing country. There is a great risk that without this extended period of 3 to 6 months living as a local, the shock of transitioning to life in Africa may become overwhelming, which could cause some of us to want to abandon the Great Return. Once we have properly familiarized ourselves with what life will be like living in Africa and are aware of some of the inherent challenges we will face and how to adapt to them as locals, we are then ready to start thinking about the logistical considerations and practical steps needed to join the Great Return. The final step in this process is to simply make a decision. We must make a psychological decision about joining the Great Return from the highest degree of clarity on why we are returning, what we are going to do upon returning, and how we're going to achieve our goals.